Welcome to another episode of SCSU Local, your show about everything Central Minnesota. I'm Tashiana Osborne.
And I'm Nu Chain Vu. On this episode, we'll be highlighting some of St. Cloud's local events and places of interest nearby.
SCSU Local starts now. Trivia Weekend is an annual event put together by 88.1 FM KVSC. In its 33rd year, Trivia Weekend was also broadcasted live on UTVS Channel 21.
This year's event was held from February 10th to February 12th and lasted for 50 hours. Here's more on this unique weekend.
Overall, it went pretty well. We had quite a few volunteers come in during the midday, and then evenings, of course. In the middle of the morning, people tend to disappear, leaving 3 or 4 people to be stuck for 8 hours with no sleep. But that's part of Trivia Weekend. That's why everyone enjoys it.
You have a lot of people that aren't fully functioning.
It was fun with our crew planning things. We shot two videos, and that was just fun, like the whole crew aspect of it. Everyone had fun, and everyone.
All right.
Let's get it started in here.
The Huskies took on the Badgers in Wisconsin.
We did a lot of sporadic videos during Trivia Weekend, and you know, this is stuff it's not planned. It's just, you know, random. It's very, you know, let's grab the camera and shoot something, see how it turns out, edit it, color.
My favorite video was probably our general manager's he remade a scene from Reservoir Dogs.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face.
Favorite video by far was Husky Meg's U2 music video.
Another video that we did was a satire of Video Killed the Radio Star. Another one we did was a satire of Lose Yourself, which we did a General Motors satire of the automotive industry, and I pulled a lot of images from the Action Squad and from historical places around St. Paul, because I thought that would be a cool thing to do.
Doing 50 hours of TV, you get definitely, like, with people you haven't worked before, you can, 50 hours you spend up all night working on stuff, directing, and just kind of seeing what everybody else prepared and what the TV or the radio station was doing downstairs. They kind of had a funny thing happen to them late at night, and everyone kind of had a good laugh on it. But
I think they did a goat and a sheep on a record player.
Visual number 15. These two friendly animals are happily interacting with meat in a not so subtle play of. God dang it. This is what happens when I can't pre-read these questions, because there's a dance party in my studio.
But it brings you together, you know, being on like very little sleep, and then you're all working together to put on 50 hours of live television. It's really fun.
It looks like it was a fun weekend for numerous teams involved. Stay tuned for Pirates of Penzance after the break.
Today, about 1 in 5 Americans is living with a disability. Over 50 million people, including many of our friends and neighbors, teachers and co-workers, heroes and leaders. 20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act guaranteed every person the right to live, work, and participate fully in the American experience. We've come a long way since then, and we are committed to making even more progress in the years ahead. Visit disability.gov to see how you can help.
Welcome to Fogels.
Beautiful, isn't it?
You expect options everywhere else. Why not with your medical treatment? Talk with your doctor to explore all your options and find what's right for you. Visit ahrq.gov.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Well, I first started skating with my friend. He had an extra board, and then he just gave it to me, and I've been skating ever since. Well, when I don't land a trick and I have my mind set on something and I'm not getting what I want, I just keep going for it until I get it right. My mom, she didn't go to college, so she wants me to experience that whole thing, and so I could end up getting like a good job. I think to get into college, I'll have to be determined. Just like when I want to get a new trick, and skating's helped me realize I've got what it takes.
The Great Theater in St. Cloud is performing a play called The Pirates of Penzance. This musical comedy incorporates pirates, parrots, and swords. Here's more on these wonderful performers.
Oh, better far to live and die, under the brave black flag I fly, than play a sanctimonious part with a pirate's head and a pirate's heart.
Pirates of Penzance, the subtitle is Slave to Duty, so it is a musical production by Gilbert and Sullivan. It is put on by Great Theater, so Great River Educational Arts Theater is doing the production, and it'll be performing at the Paramount Theater in downtown St. Cloud, and it opens March 2nd. It was meant as a parody to the upper Victorian class, so they're kind of making fun of that, and they're making fun of the upper Victorian class's sense of duty and all that sort of thing. And then there's some gender role stuff that they make fun of, so they like to parody and just make a lot of fun of everyone. You know. The play's actually, it's going really well. We have about 2 weeks left until we load into the Paramount, and then we get a couple days on the stage to rehearse. We have some really, really great singers in this production, some people from SCSU and other parts of the community.
My name is John Gladen, and I play the Pirate King. Frederick was bound to the pirates through an error of his nursery maid. She was supposed to indenture him to a pilot, but instead indentured him to pirates until he reached his 21st birthday. So it's his 21st birthday as the show begins. He leaves the pirates and meets his love, and then the pirates come back, and we inform him that he was born in leap year on February 29th, and therefore he has only reached his 5th birthday and he is not 21, and he is indentured to us for another 60 years or so.
I think they can expect to see a really great set. We got a nice pirate ship and a lot of fun things happening there.
Singing, dancing, silliness.
A lot of fun, a lot of very difficult music performed well, and lots of energetic, crazy choreography along with a fantastic love story.
Oh gosh, I've done lots and lots of theater. This is my 4th show with Great Theater though. They're a theater that it's a not-for-profit theater. It works with a lot of children. It's really great for getting children and families involved in shows, and I've had the opportunity to work with a number of families in shows, so it's kind of fun to be a part of that, just the different age levels and levels in experience. It's a good opportunity, and they really give opportunities to anyone in the community to be involved, whether you're doing costumes on stage, building sets. So it has a large scape of things to do in the theater.
For more information on the Great Theaters, go to greattheaters.org. Another exciting place to go in the area is the Paramount Theater and Visual Arts Center. Let's venture into this artsy environment for admirers of all ages.
The Visual Arts Center was added to the Paramount in 1998 with their renovation, and has expanded to include our ceramic studio, our hand building studio, our painting and drawing studios, and fused and stained glass studios. So our ceramic studio includes 15 electric wheels and 4 kick wheels. We offer classes to adults during the fall and spring semesters, and then we also have a youth program that happens during the summer, and we usually have around like 450 kids come to our summer camps. And we have a variety of glazes and different kilns that we can fire in here. We also have our hand building studio, which has a fully equipped slab roller and extruder and spray booth. We have our painting and drawing studio that has all the easels and painting and drawing equipment, as well as opportunities for people to come in and paint models and draw models. And we've got our stained glass and fused glass studios, and our weaving studio. We've got a great Thursday evening program called Open Studio and Teen Night, and it's open to people of all ages. You're welcome to come down to any of our studios. We've got mentors in our painting and drawing studio, our hand building studio, our stained and fused glass studio, and our ceramic studio. And recently we were lucky to have the Central Minnesota Woodturners Society come in and give demonstrations during those Thursday evening programs also. Those run from 6 to 9 p.m. and as I mentioned, they are mentored programs, and so you can come in with no prior experience, and it's a good opportunity to experiment with a medium that you're not entirely comfortable with or just starting out before you commit to taking the class, because you can come one Thursday or several Thursdays or every Thursday. They run from September through May, and they cost $10 for adults, 20 and older, and $5 for youth 19 and under. This is a great place to come down and just relax. As some of our other studio members may have already mentioned, we have a variety of people of different ages and different experience levels, and so it's a good place to come down and to relieve some stress, because art is a good stress reliever, and it's a good place to make a lot of new friends and meet some people that you might not otherwise ever meet in your day-to-day life. So the Paramount Visual Arts Center is actually located in the basement, or the lower level, of the Paramount Theater, which is in downtown St. Cloud. We have a website, www.paramountarts.org, or you can give me a call at 320-257-5928 if you have any questions.
Those are some beautiful pieces from very diverse backgrounds.
Yes, they are. There are more local events coming up next. Stay tuned.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. switch to Energy Star light bulbs. And you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Today, about 1 in 5 Americans is living with a disability. Over 50 million people, including many of our friends and neighbors, teachers and co-workers, heroes and leaders. 20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act guaranteed every person the right to live, work, and participate fully in the American experience. We've come a long way since then, and we are committed to making even more progress in the years ahead. Visit disability.gov to see how you can help.
The SCSU Recreation Center is helping children build confidence and positive self-esteem while having fun too. So let's dive into this interesting program that SCSU offers for kids.
I'm Jordan DeSantis, and my role is to coordinate everything that happens throughout the night and coordinate who's coming, register the kids, cutoffs. We have a limit of 100, so if we get to that point, I have to do cutoffs, and sometimes I have to call parents if kids need to go home or for whatever reason. I got involved with Rec Kids my freshman year, actually, when I volunteered. My friend at the time convinced me to come volunteer for a night, and I was like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna head the program next year, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. Sure, I'll help you, whatever. So sophomore year, I volunteered a lot for her. And then junior year, not so much, but I knew what was going on. And the coordinator at the time was like, Jordan, would you want to do this? Like, you'd be so good at it. You like kids, like you've done it before. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So Brittany at the time hired me and trained me in, and here I am.
I got involved with Kids Rec because I work at the fitness center and I hear about it. And I have baby cousins, and since I'm away from them, this gives me an experience similar to it.
I work for Campus Rec in the fitness center, so I volunteered with Rec Kids tonight, just as a supervisor, I suppose. Tonight, just kind of helping with odds and ends with the different groups, so kind of make sure everybody's in their right group and following directions.
I like it because most kids love you, and it's just, it's fun to come to. Fun to come to. I have a lot of cool volunteers. They make it fun and not stressful, and the kids are great. I mean, and you see a lot of variety of kids, everywhere, and it's cool to watch them grow up.
There's some kids that don't really want to come out of their shell, and that's kind of what I was doing tonight, was working with a couple different kids who didn't really want to participate. So just trying to find something for them to do, get involved and have fun. Just make sure they're having a good time.
I know me, I like helping out little kids. We have some of them coming over here right now. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It brings a lot of enjoyment to myself and my life, I guess.
I would encourage other people to get involved because it's giving back to little kids and teaching them like proper things and just giving them people to look up to.
I think the best part is, I know looking back at programs that I did this in the past, programs like this, and so I liked having the memories of the mentors and people that I met, the older people, that's what I'm doing now. So it's just kind of fun to be in that position when I was one of these kids a long time ago.
I would encourage it, especially if you're going into teaching or child development, anything in that area of study, because it looks great on a resume. The kids are fun, they're all different, they come in all shapes and sizes. It's just fun being around people, and it's kind of like a second community. And it's being involved in the community, and I never had that until this year.
It's great to see students help out in the local community. Coming up next, a group of students are making a difference in the community by using some very creative tactics.
Well, I first started skating with my friend. He had an extra board, and then he just gave it to me, and I've been skating ever since. Well, when I don't land a trick and I have my mind set on something and I'm not getting what I want, I just keep going for it until I get it right. My mom, she didn't go to college, so she wants me to experience that whole thing, and so I could end up getting like a good job. I think to get into college, I'll have to be determined. Just like when I want to get a new trick, and skating's helped me realize I've got what it takes.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back. The Women's Center hosted their Vagina Monologues this past weekend. This performance focused on prevention of abuse towards women. Here's more from the participants.
Mookie, a pajama, fanny boo, marshmallow, and a schmanda in the Bronx. We were worried about vaginas.
My name is Amy Bain. And I'm Jenna Stamen. And we are the co-directors of this year's Vagina Monologues. The Vagina Monologues is a written play by Eve Ensler. She is a huge women's rights advocate, huge violence against women advocate. She wrote this play to showcase these women's stories. It's also a benefit, so it's a fundraiser to raise money and awareness for local organizations to stop violence against women and girls.
The silent auction is also part of the fundraiser to give to the local organization, which would be the Women's Center's Gender and Violence Prevention Program. And these items come from different local shops, so gift cards, like items such as like purses and dress. There's a dress there, and we've also put up a few breast casts that were decorated last semester. So,
my name is Brennan Thomas, and this is my first time in the Vagina Monologues this year. I'm a sophomore. I did them because one of my best friends did them down at Gustavus Adolphus in St. Peter, Minnesota, and she was telling me it was just like this great experience, and it was very empowering. So I'm like, I'm gonna give this a shot, see how it goes. So I got the part. I got the little coochie snorcher that could, and it was very different, just being in a play where they're all just saying vagina everywhere.
I'm Caitlin Feltz, and my role in the Vagina Monologues was to perform the monologue because he liked to look at it. It's all about a woman starting to love herself through her vagina because of this man. And I had so much fun with it, and I want to do it again next year. Like, it's so enlightening and so empowering for women, so I can't wait.
The point of the Vagina Monologues is to kind of make people aware of violence against women. Like, we want to perpetuate the way that this has been going on for hundreds of years. It needs to stop. Like, we have to all unite for this cause, and if we all do that, we can end rape, we can end genocide, we can try to end female mutilation, circumcision, everything. We just want women to be treated as equals.
I think my favorite part would probably be like rehearsal nights. That would be a good part, yeah. So I don't have a favorite part, but I have a couple favorites. I love knowing that everybody was prepared and everybody came together for one cause that was bigger than them. So I really appreciate the fact that these women did this for the Vagina Monologues, and yeah.
My favorite part of the whole thing is just the moaning scene with all the cast. It's just ridiculous, and it's so funny because we're all just sitting there just doing these different moans, and it all comes together at this triple orgasmic moan at the end, and it's just fabulous.
Throughout the whole thing, I think just tonight, finally seeing everyone be on stage in front of an audience, and we all know that we've had the jitters, and we're like, oh, what if we mess up? What if we trip on stage in our heels or something? And then to see everyone just perform so well and be in their monologue, become their monologue, was the greatest. So that was the best experience for me, just seeing everyone do so well tonight and loving it.
I think that having as many diverse women in our cast this year was awesome, and I hope that it encourages other women to be involved, and that women are as empowered as we are. So,
for more information on Women's Study, you can contact the Women's Center at www.stcloudstate.edu Women's Center.
To see this or other shows again, catch us on UTVS Channel 21 or log on to www.youtube.com/ulocal.
Thank you for watching.